Hey, what's up YouTube? Xeptron here, and in this first video of the new YouTube series that I'm going to be making here on this channel called How to Solo Queue, we're going to go through the champion selects, right? So as you know guys, the champion selects pretty important thing, of course in League of Legends, but of course in the professional scene you already have coaches even drafting for you and analysts trying to figure it out which champions are, you know, best for the specific team compositions and against specific teams. So we're going to do something very similar for the solo queue here. I'm going to go throughout all the points how I feel is correct to draft in the solo queue to increase chances of you winning match and climb in the solo queue ladder. So definitely worth to check it out. So I would really please appreciate if you have any comments for you to leave down below this video, because it is my first time making something like this, like an instructional video. So I really appreciate some feedback on these videos. And if you have any questions, of course, about solo queue, or any questions maybe you cannot find answers to about support, definitely also leave them down below so I can maybe make another video about it. And but now let's talk about the champion select. And now we're gonna have a little bit of a look of my tier maker that I made like an hour ago of the perfect champ select as of now, as a 12.15 patch. Let's have a look and let me quickly explain how it works. So let's say if you look at the top lane, as of right now, I feel like top lane tank is the wonderful pick right now. As of like Ornn, Gnar is one of the top tier picks over there. But anything that can start initiation, in my eyes, would be perfect in the top lane. Let's say even Malphite is pretty good. Just click R and you start a fight, right? Shyvana, basically the same. Just jump into the team, be tanky, and do the job as someone who can start initiation, because you're going to be having the most amount of HP and you have the most tanky stats. Just be the frontliner for the team. If you're jumping into the jungle role, we have obviously Poppy right now, absolutely giga broken, I would say, in my opinion. So definitely one of the top tier picks as well, who can be tanky and assist with some extra crowd control. Same as Jarvan, same as Zac, same as Trundle. They do of course absorb a lot of the damage and can be the frontliners, especially like I said, the tank, the top laners. A lot of the top laners pick tanks. Trundle is a great counter to them as well. So if you have a tank in your team and a Trundle at the same time, it looks pretty much perfect already. Then in the mid lane, I definitely would like to have some kind of AP damage champion. Anything will do. Definitely, I named a couple of the champions. Let's say Sylas, Lissandra, Orianna. Even Corki is pretty good despite building AD. Most of his damage is AP. Just a kind of reminder. Of course, Vex, Cassiopeia, Anivia, Annie, anything. Any AP champion would definitely do, so your team doesn't draft full AD. So you have, otherwise you have to win the game in about 15-20 minutes before enemy team builds armor, and then basically, if you don't win it in 15-20 minutes, that's an automatic loss basically there. So definitely AP champion would be in a perfect scenario in the mid lane. But then again, we're looking at the bottom lane right now. As a support, of course, I already see that we have an engage from the top lane. We already have definitely another CC crowd control coming in from the jungle. Maybe from the mid lane as well. Maybe some extra CC. Let's say if it is Anivia or Vex or Cassiopeia or anything. Even if there isn't any, maybe we have Orianna. Doesn't have any CC though, right? But still, pretty good mage. We're still looking at something that we can pair together with my AD carry. And this is where the important part comes in. You definitely want to know what your AD carry is going to pick so you can combine, so you have some kind of combo together as a bot lane, so you can survive the bot lane phase and you don't have to worry about maybe struggling in the bot lane. But let's say if your AD carry currently, what the AD carry meta is we're looking at the Twitch, Draven, and Sivir. Those are the top 3 AD carries currently that are absolutely giga broken. So definitely everyone's playing them, and those are must pick, must ban in the higher elo you go. And definitely it's really nice to pair them with the champions that can even assist them in terms of damage and peel. So let's say a Lulu is a great example, a Nami, even Janna does a pretty good job there as well. Karma, speed boost, shields, damage, everything. This is basically the perfect solo queue draft where you have tanky engage, AP damage in the mid lane, and a proper peel for your AD carry as a support. So definitely my way to go, as I like to play peel supports. Definitely, of course, you can swap it around. If you don't have engage tools and your top lane picks a Fiora or Gangplank and you're still missing some engage tools, that's where you become the engage tool, because you can pick up like a thresh support, you can pick Nautilus support, Blitzcrank, anything will do. Again, it all depends on the team composition and everything else. Maybe your jungle picks up Karthus and you don't have any, again, engage. That's where the support comes in and you have to pick that engage. Otherwise, I have lost games where we just simply, we are ahead, but we cannot fight. And if enemy team is just wave clearing, they will just farm up, and all the 10,000 gold lead that you had at 20 minutes will not matter because you just didn't finish the game, and in the late game, you might potentially lose. But now, let's check out the VODs of my stream, and I'll explain in detail how I drafted in specific situations. So here we go. This is one of my first clips of my WOD. This is my first gem select of the day. And as soon as I get in the gem select, I get my support role. Everything's looking pretty good. And then as soon as I notice that my jungle is holding Poppy right now. Also, if you manage to just notice it, I also quickly copy the entire chat that's in the gem select, right? Everyone's names, just to see on op.gg website to see what champions they play, so I can instantly kind of read my team. What are they most likely gonna pick? Obviously, we have big attention on the champions that they are declaring what they want to play. And as soon as I see jungle, Poppy, the one that I mentioned before, tanky, engage tool, great for peeling, one of the top tier jungles right now. And I see my AD carry is holding Vayne. And as soon as I see Vayne, I always think of a support that can do really well together with Vayne, and that is Lulu. You both are scaling, you both are playing for that mid to late game. And as you can see, we also have Ornn in the top lane. This is looking like the perfect draft. All we need is an IP mage mid lane right now, and we are set. No matter basically what the enemy team kind of does, we're gonna just play our team comp and be ready for it, right? The only, of course, issue is that we can get countered at any point. That's why you have to kind of figure out what you want to play for, what you want to do, and what is going to be your actions followed after their picks. But if we're just skipping through, I see the pick Akshan Gragas, nothing that really counters my ass. I'm fine with Lulu, so we're just gonna keep it up and play it, right? So we lock it in. As you can see, Ornn is also getting locked in. We just skip it. That's me going live on the camera, showing that I shaved. But long story short, this is where we end up with, right? We have a Swain mid lane, we have a Vayne over there, we have AP damage, we have even tanky mid laner there as well. So we are looking to be set for a wonderful match, right? So champion select-wise, I would say it's pretty good. In the bot lane matchup, though, we are playing against Caitlyn Thresh, which is a little bit rough lane for us, right? As we are a little bit squishier than they are. They can Thresh and Caitlyn really good duo bot lane with a hook and a trap combo. So definitely our job is not to get hooked, not to die million times in the bot lane. As far as we do that, it's all set, and this is a good champ select. Moving on to the next clip. All right, so now we're looking at the clip number 2, where we are now assigned on support role. Once again, perfect start. I already copied my teammates' names just to see their OPGG, what champions they play, in case they are not declaring any of the champions, as we are seeing in this prime example, where my team is not hovering anything. I even ask if they want to have a first pick, because, you know, it's really nice to have maybe some OP champion to leave open. You can ask your teammate, if you have the first pick, hey, we have first pick, we can grab something that's truly OP if anyone wants to play. So we can have that one OP champion in the team, maybe that can also win us the game, right? Because, for example, like Draven, Sivir is really strong right now, even Zeri as an AD carry, Twitch, right? Anything that you would prefer, maybe your AD carry or your top or your mid to play, definitely worth to even try it. But in this case, I even asked for a first pick, but my team says absolutely nothing, and I'm left alone with the decision to blind pick my support. Definitely, I'm not blind picking a support that is an engage tool, let's say Thresh or Nautilus, because I can get easily countered by a Morgana, like a Black Shield or anything along the lines. So therefore, I have to pick something that can fit our team composition while checking out what my team most likely, presumably, is gonna play, right? We're looking at their most played champions, what they recently been playing, what they mostly play, right? Because that's most likely what they're gonna pick. So I'm currently looking at it. I'm trying to figure out what to do. So what I do, I blind pick something that I cannot get countered, what I feel safe with, something I do not mind playing at any basically case, which is Lulu. Lulu is currently my most played champion as of now, so we're definitely looking to see what enemy team drafts and what we pick. And now we're looking at the end of the champ select. What we have here is that my team drafted pretty well. We have an AP mid laner. We have Varus, Lulu bot lane, which works pretty well together. Jarvan, initiation there, and top lane Yone. Not too big a fan of Yone top lane too much, but if my top laner plays Yone and is good at it, I really don't mind. It's better to play something that you're good at rather than picking something you're bad at, right? So I would say this champ select is looking pretty decent, although enemy team drafted as well really annoying champions such as Twitch, Zillion, Vladimir, Fiddlesticks. All those 4 champions looking really annoying, but definitely our team comp doesn't look bad at all. And this will be my last clip, and this is really specifically great example. As you can see, I am P2, I'm second pick, and my mid lane is hovering Kiana, I'm hovering Lulu. We have a top lane, Urgot, about to get locked in, right? Most likely. We don't know if he's gonna play. But the next thing what I do is I check out the op.gg once again, and I want to figure it out how we're gonna play this one out. Now, this is the website that I use, so I can clearly see how it's gonna be played. So I am currently seeing myself here. I see my games, I see what I play, I see what my player by the nickname Old Hands plays, Lance, Funky, and Sheeny. I can see what kind of champions they play. I can see this guy's an Urgot one trick, so he's most likely gonna play Urgot. If everything else, if something else gets locked in, he's most likely trolling, right? So therefore, we just have to, you know, he has to play Urgot. Otherwise, there's no way. So we're looking at the situation where we have 2 AD carry mains, because this guy plays Twitch, Jinx, Cassiopeia, Kog'Maw, and whatnot. And this guy also recently been playing some Vayne over there, some Ziggs, some Lucian. But then again, I'm looking that he can also jungle, as he has most played is Lee Sin and Jarvan. So if we skip in forwards in the champion select here, I see that they pick Lucian here, right? So my thought instantly is that we want to deny them one of the top bot lane duos. It's been in pretty much the last couple of patches. Recently, it's been getting a little bit weaker, nerfed here and there maybe, but long story short, it is still Nami Lucian. So I wanted to deny them the Nami pick. I am afraid that I'm not even sure what my AD carry is gonna pick, so I'm just thinking, hey, you know what, let's counter, let's take away the Nami pick so they cannot play the Nami Lucian, because no matter what, even if I pick Lulu, it's gonna be a really rough lane for me, so I rather just pick the Nami, steal it away from them, so they will not play the Nami Lucian lane. So what ends up happening, enemy team keeps drafting. They pick Braum Lucian, which is one of the OG really strong 2 duos, because you know Lucian can really easily stack the Braum's passive, right? He ease forward, couple auto attacks, boom boom here and there, and you're stunned, right? So it is a little bit rough, plus Braum can easily block my ulti, same as Yasuo Windwall, definitely broken champs. So I'm here hoping my team does not pick full AD, because so far it's looking kind of rough on our hands, right? We're looking at Urgot top lane, mid Kiana, but then again, but looking that my teammate is swapping the roles as well, so I'm kind of curious what's going on. But in the end of the day, we managed to get an AP champion, which is bot laner, Cassiopeia bot lane, which I do not mind as much, but then again, it is one of those unorthodox picks, which I'm not even sure how to play together. Here, my head is exploding, because I'm not even sure what's going on in the champ select, but other than that, I feel like our champ select here, as we pause it, is not even too bad. We have Cassiopeia, which is a bot lane this time around, bot lane. But as long as we farm up and maybe we have a potential good team fight, we have great engage from Mumu. We have Urgot one trick who's been doing pretty well. He had a pretty decent win rate, so I trust him a little bit more now instantly. And well, as long as we play our game, I think it is also winnable as long as we play our champions. And funny you mentioned it, we at the end, we actually won. And here is the clip of us winning the game, right? So we're getting 16 LP here, Diamond 1. Perfect. We finished with 7-2-19 while my Amumu popped the fuck off. I remember this game, 11-1. So awesome to see that, right? That the champion select worked out pretty well, as long as we didn't draft the full AD. Otherwise, if we would have gotten full AD, it might have been a lot more difficult. But thankfully, my Cassiopeia also managed to get 10 kills, which definitely helped us to get that damage out, the output of the AP, not only the AD coming in from Kiana or Urgot. So definitely helped us all out, and that's how the champ selects are being played. A lot of people are asking me still on the stream what to ban during the champion select, so there's your answer. The answer is pretty simple. Just ban something that counters your team composition, or maybe your own champion, or maybe your teammate's champion. Such as, for example, if you're willing to play Thresh or Nautilus, prime example to ban Morgana, because Morgana is one of the top picks, I believe, in lower elos to pick up. as soon as they see Thresh or something because of the black shield, right? You're just level 2, you can't do anything else anymore, basically. As a Thresh or Nautilus, you're not going to pull up your stuns, you're not going to pull up your hooks. It's not going to work out pretty well. So that's a great ban in case you're willing to play the Thresh or Leona or anything like an engage tool with the CC of crowd control, because the black shield completely disables the crowd control, you know, so they can put it on their AD carry, put it themselves. Basically, you're not allowed to play the game. You can't play the game. But definitely worth to ban some kind of OP champions. Like I mentioned in the current meta, I would say Draven Sivir is my go-to ban right now. I ban Sivir every single time because I can't stand playing against her, because she is that hella strong. She gets a lot of CS. She gets a couple of items and you cannot even get to her. She's moving way too fast. She's speedy. She's fast. She's quick. She does damage. It's annoying. So definitely banning one of the top tier picks that's currently in the meta is really strong, or maybe something that counters your own champion. And to answer to this simple question is to pick a champion that you feel most comfortable with and something that isn't as easy to be countered with, right? So let's say you don't pick Thresh or Blitzcrank if enemy team has a potentially Morgana pick open, right? Definitely want to ban it, and then you can blind pick Thresh, Morgana, Nautilus, and be safe that there won't be no black shield to deal with. But then again, if you're not that kind of a player, you can always blind something. Let's say, like I said in the what are the champ selects of myself, or my team wasn't responding, I just picked Lulu, right? I just picked Lulu. Lulu is a great champion, works with most of the champions, does really well in the team fights. You can peel, you can protect, you can also do plenty of damage during the laning phase as well if you're playing aggressive enough, and definitely one of the top picks for me. But it can be something else for you, right? So definitely have to figure it out what is your safe pick, and maybe something that isn't as easy to get countered with. That's the tip. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this instructional video. This is only the first type of video that I made that's like this, and hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys learned something from this video. And if you have any kind of questions or comments, more than welcome to leave them down below. But that will be it from this video. I will see you next time around. But from me and my cat Loki, we're saying goodbye, and see you soon again.